Hey guys, wasn't sure I was gonna record this or not, but I figured why not. Again, on the Grizzly G0752, this is a 10 by 22 inch metal lathe. I needed a new cutoff tool. This one, I'm just not too happy with this, but I got the Shars 250-111, and whenever I bought this quick attach, it came with several of the pawls, I don't know, whatever you call them. Anyway, so it came with several of these, which obviously I have. The problem that I have, as you can kind of see on the bottom of these, is that I've had to shave these off because they're just too thick, and I can't use them. So I figure I'll take you through the process. So this is the new cutoff tool that I have. That it's got the inserts on there, and so this is the last one that I have. The last melon. This is the last one that I have. And as you can see, there's a gap. You should be able to see. Yeah, there's a gap. So this is all the way down as far as it'll go, and you can see that that it still needs a little ways to go. You can see the bubble there. So I'll kind of take you through the process of how I do this. I used to get like real machinist-y, and I had it clamped in here, and I'd use it like a mill, and the other thing I had was on my drill press, and then the other thing is my belt sander. I'd do that. We're going to try this new cutoff tool and see how well it works, but first we have to take off the bottom of this. Brand new, it looks like this. You can see it has a chamfer on the side, and I find that if I take it just to that chamfer, just a little bit past that is about where I need to be. So again, with this, I can always go up, but I can't go further down than where my tool rest is at. So let's go take this over here. Alright, so I'm using the big old D28499 DeWalt. This grinding stone I actually found on the railroad track. It had actually fallen off the railroad track, and it was way down in the woods, so I know I'm legal. So this ought to take off some metal pretty quick. I was using this 36 inch, but I needed to try out this other one. So, and you can do it with one of these as well. Okay. So I think that one is too aggressive. Alright, I'm going to go put it over there real quick and see if we need to go down any further or not. Okay, after a couple of shavings, I guess you could say, we now got the bubble on the back side of that. So this is extremely hot, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little while for that to cool way down, and after it cools down, we'll kind of do the finishing touches. I do want to make it as flat as I can without spending, you know, 4 or 5 hours doing that. So I'll get back with you whenever I'm ready to do that part of it. Okay, so this now fits on there. It's now cooled off so I can touch it. So it now fits on there as deep as we want it to go. Now we want to just, you can kind of see it's pretty flat. There's a couple of hot spots, but again, this is just, I don't even have to do this, but I don't know. I'm weird like that, I guess. So, what I've done is I have a piece of glass. Let's see the glass. This is just, that's just pieces of paper towel. But this is 100 grit on a piece of glass, so it's very smooth. Do like a little figure eight, whatever you want to do. But with that, you can kind of tell here's a hot spot and there's a hot spot. So with that, I can keep doing the same thing, or I can come back here with, what is this? This is 120 grit, so it's not very aggressive at all. Right where those hot spots are, you can kind of grind that down. And we can kind of see where we're at. Now, the other thing we can do, get a Sharpie. Now, I actually have some Dykem, which is basically it's just a die, but it's over at the lathe. I had a Sharpie laying right here, so this will work. So you just kind of mark the whole bottom of it, and also keep this flat. You don't want to tilt it, whatever. Now you can get a little bit better feel of what is what's still high. So obviously have a hot spot here, hot spot here. So I'm going to grind that down again, grind that down again. This is actually getting a little bit of scratches. I want a little bit better contact area. Okay, back at it again. So we're getting a better pattern. Okay, so as you can see, it's getting a little bit better. Give me a minute. I'm going to keep on keeping on with this, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, got a new sheet of sandpaper. This was it's still 100 grit. So that's about where we are. There is a couple, I guess, a low spot there. Again, not too bad. Now what I'm going to do is I have a jeweler's file, and I'm just going to go in and hit these corners. I didn't fill anything, but you know, just to make sure we cross all our T's and dotted all our I's. You can see how much of the chafers that we had to actually cut off. So, you might be able to use a bandsaw. Mine's not that good. Mine doesn't cut that straight. But this did the job. It took a while, but you can do it. You can do it. And then I just oil it up a little bit. Alright. Let's get back to the lathe. Put that on there. Let's tighten this on here. Okay, so at this point in time I don't really have a better way of showing this, but what we got to do is we got to put this little bubble right in the middle. So we'll do that with this. There we go, just like that. We'll tighten this nut down. There you go. Now, every time we take this out, put it back in, lock it down. Should be right on the level line. So I'll show you why I needed this this cutoff tool real quick. This is the hydraulic flare line maker tool, whatever. I did cut out these pads because I don't like whenever I close this, all these get scattered all over the place. But I wound up making this tool here. So it's a fairly simple tool, or this piece is fairly simple. I was having a heck of a time doing this parting right here. You can see it ripped the tool out of the jaws and gave me some issues, but I should probably reface that. But basically what this does is you have your line here, and then you put it in here. Alright, so you have your line in there, and tighten this back up just barely. And then you need to make this flush with this. So what I did was I made that. Okay, so that fits inside there. And then let's see if I can do it. I don't know if there's enough stroke in this. But then what you'll do is you'll close this up. Just like that, and that'll bottom out against that. You finish tightening this clamp up, release the pressure, pull this out, and then you know that that line is completely flush where it needs to be. So then you can use your other flaring tools and all that stuff that you need to do. So this ticked me off, and that's whenever I decided I need to get a better parting tool. So alrighty, so that's how I was able to get this tool holder down to where it needs to be. And again, as you can see, it doesn't even rest on the bottom of it, so it doesn't have to be super flat, but I mean, do what you want. I guess, you know. I'm still learning with this stuff, but yeah. Hope that helps somebody out. All in all, I do like the Shars brand. It's a pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap, but high quality for the price. If that makes sense. It's nothing like the big name. Like I don't do this for a profession, so I don't need the high dollar stuff, but I think for the shop, the Shars brand does pretty good. I have several of their tools and stuff. So appreciate you watching. Y'all comment, rate. I know this isn't going to be useful to a lot of my viewers. To the viewers that do find this helpful, there you go. And to the other viewers that stumble across this, there you go. Be sure to comment, rate, and watch for more upcoming videos. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for watching. See ya. No, I'm recording. Okay. I think for the Sharp, I think for the shop, the Shar's brand does pretty good.